What's up out there, YouTube land? It's me, your boy 87 showing up, and I am here at. Anyways, so you guys, great show for you guys today. I have a double take, 2-day feature of the one, the only. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna show you.
Anything you want. I want you guys to leave this room knowing way too much about me. Way too much. We have a microphone set up right in the middle aisle here. If you guys wanted to ask questions, feel free to line up. We prefer if you guys do one question when you get to the mic, just one question at a time. If you do have multiple questions, just go back into line again and line up. Otherwise, it's not fair on everybody.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, no. I should have mentioned, please line up in an orderly manner. Calm down. What's everybody's favorite part of Momocon so far?
Yugioh!
Stay blue. Somebody brought to my table in the dealer's hall, they brought a copy of Final Fantasy VII, what was the Vincent game? Thx Guys, yeah. They brought me a copy of both those games and said, "Do you please sign this?" And I'm like, I don't remember abridging these. And I'm not in them, so I'm not sure why you want me to sign them, but okay. And they were like, "But you are in them." And I'm like, "No." And they were like, "Yeah, you are. You're Steve Bloom." No. I have a beard and a hat and glasses. I guess I'm Steve Bloom. I wish. Yes, Lelouch.
Is there a difference in what you originally planned out to have the characters' voices be to what they currently are now? Like, how did that all go?
Oh gosh, I mean, you're assuming I have a plan for anything in my life. I think I planned a bunch of different things for, like, Tristan as the robot monkey. I was going to have him just... Originally, he was going to speak like Tristan, and then everybody was going to be able to understand him. And then they would, like, do you know that whole thing, Toy Story 3, where they turned Buzz Lightyear into, like, the Spanish version of Buzz? They were going to flip a switch on the back of Robot Monkey Tristan, and he was going to be, like, he was going to be talking as Tristan, speaking Spanish and Italian and all these different languages. And he would say things like, "My voice gives me super strength" in different languages, and it was going to be, like, an Easter egg. But that didn't end up happening. I just went with, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll do it like a deleted scenes montage where that happens. Does anyone know what the Spanish from "my voice gives me super strength" is?
I know.
Yes? I don't.
Oh, yeah.
My voice? What? My voice? My boss? Me boss? Me llamas puerta. It's like Tristan the Explorer. What was your favorite part of the convention? I like that part too. Did I answer your question okay, or?
For the most part, I was thinking originally, when you first started the show, like thinking, how am I going to voice Yugi? How am I going to voice Joe and Tristan?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I really wasn't thinking that far ahead. Like, when I first started Yugioh Abridged, I didn't know it was going to last more than an episode. You know, I didn't know if people were going to even like it. So it was very, gratifying when like 12 people said, "You should make more." And then I got to Pegasus, and obviously you can't really do anything else with Pegasus. He's hilarious as he is. But aside from that, I can't think of anything that really that changed dramatically from when I began the whole thing. I mean, I didn't know what I was going to do with Rex and Weevil, and then I came to them and I was like, they have to be Beavis and Butthead because it makes sense. It works somehow. No, I wish I had a good answer for that one. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Hey.
Hello.
About how much of what you say in your things is improv? And are there any famous bits that you just kind of came up with off the top of your head and just now?
If you've ever seen the Marek Plays Bloodlines videos, what? When's another one coming out? It's like, after I make episode 59 of Yugioh Abridged, it will be the next video I make. That 90% of Mark Plays Bloodlines is ad-libbing. It's just me. I play the game and then I record the footage and then I watch the footage back and I just say, this is me playing a game. Boxy boxes. Like, come on, it's so most of that is ad-libbing. I think a lot of Naruto spoof is ad-libbing. Like, I'll just say, Naruto would say this while editing fart jokes. So, but Yugioh Abridged, I don't really tend to ad-lib that much, which is a shame because, believe it! Kill the non-believer! 90% of Naruto spoof is ad-libbing, but I don't think any of Yugioh Abridged is really ad-libbing. Like I said, it's a shame because ad-libbing is so much fun and it gives you a sense of freedom and it makes things sometimes feel more organic or spontaneous. But I kind of have a way of making Yugioh Abridged that I've stuck to for the last 6 years, and I don't want to change the formula. Kim Possible! Kim Possible's like, we have to change how he makes Yugioh Abridged. Get a naked mole rat to help him.
In case you're wondering, somebody's ringtone went off and it was Kim Possible.
How would you make Yugioh Abridged? I agree. What was the question? I keep forgetting, I'm sorry.
Are there any famous bits?
Any famous bits that were ad-libbed?
Like, that you said no.
I haven't told you any specifics. Foxy Boxes, most of Marek Plays Bloodlines is ad-libbed, but I'm trying to think of like sections of Naruto spoof that were like completely ad-libbed that I can think of off the top of my head. I think like, if you've seen the Naruto spoof movie, the whole roll, Shabama Lama! That whole part was like just me being like, he has to say random stuff when we cut back to him, and then they carry on the scene, so I was just like, roll, fight the power! Roll, fight the power! And it kept going. So, name the scene in Naruto's movie, it's probably ad-libbed, so. Was that okay?
Yeah.
Sweet. Hello, Marek.
Hello.
Is the microphone too tall for you?
Yeah.
You should stand on Bakura's shoulders and then it would help.
This motherfucker got one more time to walk past my camera and I'm just gonna
Thank
flip
you,
out on his ass.
Steve. Is his name even Steve? I don't know. Hello, yes.
I was just wondering if Yami Bakura had like a fangirl kind of squeal or giggle, what would it sound like?
If Yami Bakura had a way to squeal. See, here's the thing, you would die if you ever heard it. So, I don't know if I should test it. I don't think it would be so much of a squeal, I think it'd be more like woo. Something like that. You can do it, can you? What would yours be? Oh! I cannot imagine that noise coming out of Bakura. Woo! Is Bakura doing something to Pegasus? What's happening? Fantastic. Maddie, did you have anything else you'd like to ask?
No, thank you.
Fantastic. Well, I hope I satisfied you. Hello, sir.
Hello. My question is, what is your favorite character that you've made in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and what is your favorite line that you create for him?
Well, my favorite character that I've created, because I don't really think that I've created any of these characters, because like all of them are obviously exaggerations of something that already existed. But my proudest like achievement with a character on the show, and he was just at the microphone, Marek. I honestly feel like I did a good job with him because a lot of the time with the other characters, people know them for their catchphrases. And when I introduced Marek, I was like, I don't want to do something that's a catchphrase anymore. I don't want Marek to have like a thing that he says all the time. And while initially he said Pinky Boy like twice, every other time he showed up, he didn't really have like a gimmick or like a line that he would be like, this is my thing, waka waka. Aside from Foxy Foxes, I guess.
And leather pants.
I'm sorry?
Leather pants.
Leather pants, that's true. But I tried really hard to just have him be like this goofy idiot that just, react to things appropriately. He's kind of like, I say this a lot, he's the voice in the back of my head that I try to silence as much as possible. So whenever I'm writing a script and a really, really, really bad idea pops up in my head, he's saying it. That's kind of the inspiration for the Evil Council videos. He's the voice in the room that's like, I have a better idea, but... And that's how that goes. But I think my proudest moment with Marek was anything that happened in episode 45 where young Marek is like, he's like, pretty rags is she, oh, a shiny box, I must worship it. I just had so much fun playing him as like not only an idiot but a young idiot. But speaking of that episode, I actually encountered a cosplayer in Finland, which was one of my favorite convention experiences. It was called Animecon, and there was this young woman, a young girl walking around cosplaying as Yami Marek, like young Yami Marek, after he killed his dad. And so she had like the Yami Marek hair and the Tomb Keeper robes, and she was covered in blood, like fake blood obviously. And she was walking around with a Millennium Rod like a dagger, and like she was terrifying. And I kind of walked by and I was like, oh, that's scary. And then she turns to see me and her eyes go really crazy wide like Yami Marek's would, and she goes, little Kuriboh! It was very scary. Speaking of things that happened that were scary, before I came here, I was walking through the backstage area, and I don't know if any of you saw it, there was a guy in like a giant Big Daddy suit walking around. It was incredible, and like back there it's all like Bioshock, like all like metal surfaces and like kind of claustrophobic, and there was this big guy like, boom, boom, walking down the corridor. And then Mark May comes out in his Commander Shepard cosplay, and I'm like, this is the best crossover ever.
Did you ever see the golden Dalek that was going around?
I did not. I've unfortunately been in the dealer's hall most of the time, but seriously, you guys are like the best cosplayers ever. You guys should give yourselves a round of applause, seriously.
Good work, everybody.
Sorry?
Good work, everybody.
Good work, everybody. Was that everything? Is that answer your question?
Yeah, except if you're going to do capsule monsters, or have you done that yet?
Am I going to do Capsule Monsters? I tried it. I had 2 episodes, and then I kind of fell to the wayside on that. I'm sure I'll return to it eventually, one day, but I'm trying to focus on the main series right now.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. Hello.
Hi. I'm like fangirling all over the place because I love you, but
That's okay. We have a cleaning crew for that. Steve. Hello.
I just wanted to ask, my friend has been kind of down recently and she tore her ACL and she couldn't come. And she's like a huge fan of yours. Can you call her real fast? Or?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. What was her name? Erin?
Prank call her!
I'm not going to prank call her. You guys are cruel. Do you want me to be a character or do you want me to be? It's ringing. I will give you guys regular updates on the status of the phone call as it goes. It's still ringing. Welcome Mariana Miller, by the way. She's my wife. It's still ringing. It's been forwarding to an automated voicemail. There we go. Hello? Oh. Add the tone, please. Record it. There we go. Press on. Hello, Erin. This is Malik Sebastian Ishtar III talking to you live from Momocon 2013 on my panel, which is freaking amazing. But I just wanted to call you because I heard you were having a bit of a bad time, and I'm very sorry you couldn't make it. But hopefully you can make it to Momocon 2014, and the audience would like to cheer for you right now so that they can support you in your efforts to get better. Would you cheer for Erin, everybody?
We all love you. And please feel better, okay? I'm willing you to do it. I'm commanding you to do it! Excellent. Well, I hope to see you next year, okay? Eric, have a lovely time and please feel better. Bye.
Just in case you guys have any questions from Mariana while she's here, this is my wife. She's actually a professional voice actress. She actually knows what she's talking about. Hello, you said.
Hello. Would you be willing to prank call my brother? His name is Steve.
It really takes up too much time, and there's such a huge line of people when we have a video to show.
And the only reason I'm happy to do it tomorrow if you come to the dealer's
I
booth.
won't be here tomorrow.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
If we do it,
Prank call
maybe the last one.
Prank call Steve. Prank call Steve. Prank call Steve. Prank call Steve.
Okay, but no more after it.
Sorry.
Okay.
I started that, by the way, everybody. I did.
Why is it that every time Kaiba smiles, a puppy dies?
Have you seen his smile? Stop smiling!
I'm so glad we have cats.
Jeez, oh no. Hey man.
What's up, bro?
Not much. I'm on a panel.
Yeah, just So, I got a question. Like, from a fan from the first episode that I saw on Wednesday that I was just really bored on. I say, oh, I got YouTube, yeah, just got a channel.
I totally thought you said I saw the episode and was really bored.
No, I said I was bored on a Wednesday that I watched it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Anyway, the question I have is really just, I'm trying to be like a comedian, trying to troll people in real life, which is hilarious, by the way. Yeah. But you have been like, I try to do the stupidest trolling. It's like I will literally like pull a fourth grader trick on them and just say,
Get on with it.
I think he just trolled you.
Anyway, this is the main question. If you had to choose between two actors to fight to the death, who would they be?
Oh.
Now the question's
great
real.
options. I want Russell Crowe involved somehow.
I want, Bradley Cooper and Russell Crowe, and then they could both kill each other.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Russell Crowe, Liam Neeson. Russell Crowe would be screwed.
Right.
Let's do it.
What would the conversation between Liam Neeson and Russell Crowe be like? I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I don't know who taught you how to sing. But I will find you, and I will kill you.
And I'm Sugar. Do not forget my name. Don't forgive me.
Shut up. I was Zeus. Sorry, Karen.
Michael Bay versus George Lucas.
They're not actors, mate.
I know, I'm just saying, they're pretty terrible.
They would be pretty good. They would be really good.
Lots of explosions.
Fuck up the mic.
There would be a crappy ending involved. Shia LaBeouf would just get between and be like, no.
Fuck off the microphone, you.
Hey.
I'm just hi, so this is kind of a voice acting question, so I guess it could be for either of you, but for you specifically. One of my favorite little random moments in the series was when you were being Merrick imitating Bakura.
Yes.
Yeah, the very high voice at the end of my sentence. And I was like, that kind of amazed me because I love that you were being one voice, imitating another voice. And so I was curious how much, do you have to really sit down with these voices and kind of figure out the little nuances of them, or do they just kind of come out?
With Marek specifically, they just kind of come out. But, because like I said, he's just kind of the voice in the back of my head. He's me when I'm drunk, basically. So look forward to seeing that at some point. But I think with a lot of them, I do actually have to think really hard about it. It's weird because it's basically a voice going into doing an impression. It's an impression of an impression of an impression. You know, because I'm doing impressions. Yes, impressionception. Like there's actually a scene in this video that I'm going to show you at the end of the panel where Yugi tries to sound like Yanni, and he tries to make his voice sound deeper, but when I try and make my voice sound deep, that's what happens. It becomes Yanni, you know? So I had to tread the line because he couldn't sound like Yanni, because if he did, then the joke wouldn't work. So
you had to go through double puberty.
That's pretty much how it worked. It was like,
Hey, it's me, Yugi, and now I'm trying to sound deep voiced and stuff. I'm Yanni Yugi, you know.
Yourself as this guy's leg! Never mind, false alarm, those guys will never catch me because they're too slow!
Excuse me, sir, you don't happen to be associated with Sega, do you?
Uh-oh, got speed, kid!
You're coming with me. Wait a minute, that tattoo, that belongs to Yugioh the Yellow Spider, one of the most infamous YouTube criminals known to man.
What did he do?
He made 2 copyright violations, but then never made a 3rd, making it impossible to arrest him. He's a criminal genius.
Man, the YouTube legal system sucks all kinds of ass.
You'll never take me alive. That's right, it's me, Yugioh the Yellow Spider. Criminal mastermind and part-time fast food restaurant manager.
Holy unnecessary plot twist!
Everybody, get on the ground or I'll put a bullet in this girl's brain.
Somebody help! He's treating me slightly worse than most other restaurant employers!
Is this about time to ask for my tip back? Here we are at hostage situation.
Somebody fetch me some booze and a smoke.
Why would either of those things be in a fast food restaurant?
It's the only thing Miyazaki ever orders. Isn't that right, Mr. Miyazaki?
Shut up! I'm trying to animate cute shit over here!
Why don't you sing us a tune while I wait for my booze?
'Cause baby, you're a firework, and I light a firework. Something firework.
That's enough!
Are you okay, Thea?
Jake's been hit by. Jake's been struck by a small criminal.
You're the big life right now. Thought I'd pop over and fix that.
Oh, hey, kid. Thanks for the 6. Been a long time since I had a smoke.
And speaking of things that'll kill ya, how would you like to play a game?
A game, huh? What? Like Monopoly?
Exactly like Monopoly. Except instead of going to jail, you wind up in a shallow grave. It's a hoot.
So how do we play?
We each choose a finger, and then we try to kill each other with it. Fun game. I once pitched it to Mattel, and they turned me down saying that the rules were confusing and dangerous. I mean, come on, what's so confusing about killing each other? The kid can understand that.
Oh, come on. This is too easy. I choose my trigger finger.
And I choose my thumb. It's the daddy finger.
Cute. But let me ask you something, kid. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
As a matter of fact, I have. We were on a blind date. Unfortunately, he never returns my calls. Says I'm too creepy.
Hey, how about lighting my cigarette before I gun you down in cold blood?
Well, you seem like a reasonable homicidal maniac, so why not? Oops, Butterfingers.
Hey, what the hell?
That's Russian vodka you're pouring all over yourself. If you were to shoot me, the lighter would fall from your hand and you would be cooked to a crisp. It'd probably be the closest this restaurant would get to offering 100% beef.
Teach you to insult my restaurant's health standards?
Now that's what I call a sick bird.
Man, it's pretty tough.
Pretty f***ed up, Joey.
Well, that was an adventure and a half. How are you feeling, Thea?
How do you think I'm feeling? I was rescued by a gorgeous knight in shining armor. I'm living every girl's dream.
You mean aside from the part where you were held at gunpoint, right?
You still have so much to learn about women, Yugi.
Besides, weren't you blindfolded? How do you know he was gorgeous?
Come on, anyone with a voice that deep has got to be at least worth a homina homina. Maybe even a homina homina homina.
How many hominas am I worth?
You're half a homina.
So I'm a ham.
No, the other half. You're a nag.
Well, you know, Thea,
I've been going through puberty and...
Don't try and do the voice, Yugi. It just sounds stupid coming from you. Besides, nothing can change my mind now. I'm in love with that mysterious stranger who rescued me.
But he killed a man. really sadistically, like tortured him.
Yeah, that was hot.
He burned a guy to death right next to you. It was messed up.
Yeah, really hot. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna marry him.
Well, this just blows.
Thanks, Obama.